Hello. Hi, Kiro. Hi, Bear. Thank you for kind words about music. One day I will finish it. And then maybe write some more. Who knows? I remember writing music. Yee. Hello. Swoosh. How we all doing? Are we having a good? The title screen does not have music, so it's just an eerie sound. There is like an organ note that plays when it first loads up, but yeah. Yeah, good. Also, apologies if there is a slight black line at either the sides or top of the screen. This is one of those games where you cannot specify the resolution in-game. You have to resize it yourself, which is really cool for everybody but streamers. So I've tried my best. I accidentally resized it before the stream. I had to try and match it back up again. But hey, here we are. Nice. Have we had nice days and evenings? Oh, it's Monday. I mean, it's not, but, you know. So yeah, last time, by which I mean yesterday, we were confronted by a cult who have summoned in a big old monster. They wanted us to join them. I refused because I'm a goody two-shoes. However, we are helping out a junta who is after them and trying to get rid of the beast that they have summoned that's causing problems. The Stranger, I believe it's called. You are a little tired, or no? Hopefully you can get some chill rest time today. At some. Got a thing finished you've been wanting to finish for a while, so good day! Good day. Marv. I did a little bit of video editing and then got distracted by household chores, so it's been kind of productive, but also kind of not. Yeah. Not used to waking up at 6 AM. That's fair. That's fair. If that's not part of your routine, or that is a reasonable. So yeah, stop wondering. So yes, we're back in and we're doing some stuff. What else is happening? The witches are trying to examine.
How'd you guess? It's locked by a chain.
Why their lead witch has been locked by a chain. And then got poisoned. And we're sort of kind of helping out with that, but also so is the local occult obsessed person. All that sort of stuff. It's babysit soon, so no rest yet. Well, you can maybe rest a little bit during. Hopefully they can play some game. Hi Cheap, how you doing? Have you finished gaslighting us about South America yet? So yeah, we also got this card. Oh, many things happened as well. I forgot we have now our magical device for looking at the cool, weird things like that and like this. That's working, which is good. We know this now is a way of deciphering hidden places on maps. Occasionally we get notes telling us where to go. Oh yeah, this was the cult. The Seeds of Redemption. It's one of their names. Or the Woken Dendru or something like that. South America's always looked like that. It took me a while. I was looking at it for quite a while going, I know something's wrong because you introduced this with a smile. I was looking at it, it's like, well, there's purple on the map and that's not on the key. Is that the problem? There's like a little ghosty face in North America. Is that it? And then I eventually went, hang on. South America curl the other way. Anyway. Jeeb's been showing us cursed maps. I don't know how that happens. How do you do that? Has to be malicious. Cool. Scritch, scritch. To the map. It was somebody's idea, I think Kiro's idea, to match this up with heights of mountains. So, there was a 902 around here somewhere, if I remember correctly. 802. There? Is that 803? 803, old man. So we want to go there, which is E16? E16. Swoosh! The impressive ridgeline of the Crinkle Crags stretches across the full width of my vision. Days like today are worth being alive for. Colourful plant stands out amongst the moss. It's a colourful moss. That's loud. Apologies. We got Victory Bell. Nice. Is it worth looking through the book at the ones we haven't done yet? Probably not. The only one I remember is one that's like a bell facing down, and that isn't. So, well, we can have a look at it under the thing. Leaves feel smooth and soft underneath. A large stamen seems to be the source of that acerbic odor. It's an acerbic odor. We also have apparatus for making elixirs. One of which we have indeed made, called Baylock's elixir. I can't remember what it does. That's antidote for fungus. That's about the disc. I probably should have kept out. Oh, it's to do with memory, isn't it? Ironically, I forgot. Yes, a potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to retain important information they wish to never forget, but also maybe staring at a wall for 12 hours. It's fine. It's fine. Did you have a nice day, Cheap? Hope you had a nice day. Meanwhile, scritch, 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 ding, ding. Who are you, George Campbell? You make soup, right? My old Becky reckons there's a plot what could find pots of gold buried underground. It's the voice called, but I bet you do. Show you what, when I'm rich, I'll throw you a share of gold your way. Now, there was one that was supposedly... The book mocked the idea that it could do this, but... You know. We are going to have to work it out. Was it Palliance? And that's fresh air, isn't it? We now have three double pages of contents. They're like how Ghost Baylox is the Baylax. Also, I don't know how it's spelled, but you're on mobile, you can't see your words. It's so I'm just gonna flip through this a little bit. And while we're here, we might as well talk about the ones we haven't got yet. We don't have the Devil's Nightcap, which is a nice, happy, lovely plant. Known as the corpse's friend. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow, agonizing death. Hooray! Light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. That's not what we're looking for. There's the Ember Soul, thought to have protective properties, sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. We did give an offering to the god Arduina. One of those two. Because the witches told us it was probably a good idea. Actually, the rogue witch that keeps visiting us told us it was a good idea. Your day was okay. Stuffed sausages and cheese and dough for dinner, and what would I lie to you? Felt very British. Heck yeah. The only thing that could have made that more British is if the sausages were 50% not meat. At least. That's razor sharp leaves. I think we kind of identified that being one of these. Weeping Bell. Ember Soul. Ivulum Uvavu. The scent it produces is considered overpowering by some, but it's said to stimulate the senses and rejuvenate aching bones. Many short, pretty leaves. Also not what we're looking for. Well, I'll be with you in a second, sir. Farmer's Worry. That's been in our book since the beginning, and we still haven't found. Strength, but weakness afterwards. Oh, I should be reading these. Soporific. Friendship. Medicinal. Blood. Dental hygiene. Shrieking. Memory loss. Pain relief. The way towards persons. Ornamental plant. Oh, hello, Travel Bug. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. How you doing? You having a good time? Cozy raid. How you doing? Hope you had a nice stream. Hope 'twas good. I'm just flicking through a book, looking for the word gold. I know I read it somewhere, but that was yesterday. So, how you enjoying the game so far? Just started this evening. It's good. It's when it first started, I was like, oh, this game's very limited. There's not a great deal to be doing, but slowly but surely, more and more stuff gets added, and it's like, oh, actually, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good time. Very chill. but fun little puzzles. I hope you're enjoying it as well, and I hope this won't spoil too much. However long you wish to stay. Strong scent. One of these mentioned gold. Painful sores, hidden from sight. Cup flowers, bucket of water. Fresh air, anxiety. But I said to uncover that which is hidden, including buried treasure and secret writing. No, that's not the one I was looking for, because they mentioned rainbows and leprechauns. So, interested in playing it too in Strange Antiquities? Yes, apparently the sequel comes out next week, which is interesting. Looking for a nice fall-themed game to kick off the season. It's definitely fitting that so far. Yeah. If only these leaves were orange. So Red Ebony is a... But, well, no, that's the one, Secret Writing. That's sort of what that's for. Which is because it activates the thing. Spoilers. Sheep Snap. Actually, was it Sheep Snap? No. Gates of Hell. Hearing. Poison. This is we've just started, so I've forgotten everything we did last time. So I'm gonna have to bring it all back into my head. Here we are. Weeping Bell. It was Weeping Bell. Plant believed by many to lead to gold. They have about as much luck searching for the end of a rainbow. Soft-filled leaves can soothe insect bites and stings, also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope. Well, this guy's a fool, so we'll give him hope. Just to double check. Look at this under the thing. It has the leaves. Soft leaves. Soft-frilled leaves. Oh. There you go. Have some Weeping Bell. Bang! We identified Weeping Bell. And we got a page for Lesser Merida. Why are you looking through the book like it doesn't tell you? Ooms? Ooms, did it say there? I thought it was unknown plant, because the guy was like, yeah. I didn't even look. Do you know what? I'm very focused. Did it just say the name there? Or was it when I dragged it over? Slot where you inserted the plant had the label with Weeping Bell. Did it have that before or after? I guess it did. Whoops. Well, we've learned a lesson today. Hey, look, I got I refamiliarized myself with the contents of the book. It was all planned. Sure. Lesser Meridoc. Cacinus parvum. The round flower head of the Meridoc is made up of smaller yellow florets. A single drop of the strong-smelling sap from this plant can utterly drain a person's mental faculties, rendering them slow and uncomprehending. Oh no, somebody laced my drink with this. Okay, Lesser Meridoc. Little yellow flowers. We have nothing fitting that description unlabeled, so we'll leave that as is. We have, however, confirmed Weeping Bell. Ding dong.
Unironically refamiliar.
It has refamiliar, even if that's not a word. After run, hope you have a lovely stream. Thank you very much for popping in. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game. And have a lovely whatever you're going to do. I'm glad you liked the stream. I couldn't think of anything bad. It's fine. That goes there. Stop wandering around. I know wandering's in your name, but stop it. Yeah, have a good one, Travel Bug. Scratch the cat. Ding the bell. Amos Duncan. We bedded out on the road again, but before I leave, I wanted to store some valuables in a safe. That's my... Why?
Let's join a cult.
No cult, please. I don't trust myself to remember the combination. I certainly don't trust myself to write it down anywhere and not lose it.
You can write it down and give it to me?
This is where you come in. Surely you got something up your sleeve for me?
Yes, I have Baylock's elixir. Don't stare at a wall. Nice. Spring wax cap. Also, hi Miss, how you doing? Hope you had a lovely day. And continue to have a lovely day. An edible mushroom with some mild medicinal properties.
I'm opening the door.
Like door opening. When dried and eaten, it can help relieve pain. Well, that's incredibly simple and not very descriptive. It's an edible mushroom, everyone. Good to know. Dang. It's Alice Boy. Who are you? I've run out of... No, I can't remember its name. It's a sweet-smelling plant with small purple flowers. I need it for reasons. Suspicious.
Eat it.
Eat it.
But how does it taste?
Heating up leftover lasagna. Lasagna. Small purple flowers, sweet-smelling. It's dark purple. Doesn't say anything about sweet-smelling. Who has small purple? Small purple? Smell is alluring. Okay, what is that? Solomon's Scepter, Hell's Gate. Were you the person with the amulet? Are you in my list of things? That's Face Swift. I don't know if I should give it to you. I don't remember that amulet being red. Caldery? Deep blue, not purple. Well... Should we give her Hell's Gate? So I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe this was the person who found a coffin in their deceased relative's attic, surrounded by bindweed. Got me to get rid of the bindweed, opened the coffin, found dust and an amulet, put on the amulet, and then decided to apply Hell's Gate to it, and then got all old and what's the word? Desiccated? Normal stuff. We had to help her out. I don't remember her wearing black. But I'm so judgmental. I know, I should just do... Yeah, I'll just do my job. There you go. There's the thing. Consequences are not my problem. Just as a reminder of what that does. Oops. Also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate, and sometimes Solomon's Scorn, the flowers of the plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong? Scritch, 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 ding dong. Hello, Simone. Oh goodness, Hellebore, you haven't been getting enough food? What? That's terrible. Whatever will become of you? You leave my cat alone. My mother's had me looking into this servant creature for you, but I'm afraid I've not been getting anywhere. The occult lady, who's like, I'm going to investigate on behalf of the police. It's strange, I'm sure I've seen some reference to it before, but I'm drawing a blank when I try to find anything. I think Lord Fromont's archives would be a good place to look. I was going to post this to you, but I was in town anyway, so I thought I'd drop it off in person. Did you know? That and sneak in some Hellebore hugs. Who likes that cat? Simone. I've not been getting anywhere looking through my collections in Ambleside for any mention of the servant, but Lord Fromont's archives at Muncaster are home to many ancient and esoteric scrolls covering a wide variety of subjects. It might be worth a visit. Simone. Righto, well, let's go to Muncaster then. I remember where everything is on this map. I follow Fromont's manservant deep into the vaults of the castle. Ooh, her misses. 2 hours later, I've still found no mention of the servant. On the verge of giving up, a name grabs my attention. The Woken Dendru. Didn't Verona say that was another name for the servant? She did. She did indeed. Do some paperwork. All good. Here we go. The Woken Dendru is loyal to the summoner, who becomes its master and can bend its terrible power to their will. The servant is assumed to be immortal since it has no known vulnerabilities, but that does not mean it cannot be defeated. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Black Combe to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak, and the Dendru was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants were required for the ritual, the specific plants aren't known. Right, that's where we come in, I guess. So where was that? That was south of the Great Oak, which... N9. There's a Black Comb. 7. Near Black Comb. 9. What about 10? They're down there somewhere? We investigate? Need to do a bit of watering to investigate. What's everyone up to apart from eating lasagna? Or heating lasagna, as the case may be. You're new, you get watering. Can I water the cat? No. You know, is the game much louder today? Maybe. To brush your teeth. Sharpen your fangs. Cats love being watered. Can confirm. Piccola's a bit of a menace for jumping in the bath and looking at you until you turn the tap on so she can drink out of it. Kind of like being watered. Wait for the boys to get out of school, then thinking about stuff. Stuff. Okay, so let me just remind myself. It said this. South of the Watch of the Great Oak, and that Indra was ousted from the near Black Comb. South. Which was N9 if I recall, so there. A small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, widening into recesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. I love that film. This is the right place, but I'm too early. I need Verona Green's help to perform the ritual. See? We're on the right track. So I'll write that down N10. No, not N10. Oh, 09. School stuff, not really exciting stuff. It's exciting, going to school. Scritch, 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 ding dong. It's John Hall, everyone's favourite. Norwood, please. I find it's the only thing that can keep me from nodding off on the night shift. That makes sense. Do I know Norwood? Of course I don't, and nor would you. I think I made that joke last time. Oh, that's the, it's the chewing gum. This is the sensation of chewing 5 gum. Bite of this crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face, an unpleasant sensation accompanied by sharp focus. It is claimed that...
We're really getting desperate.
Desperation's a good sign. Soon they may panic and run away.
Behind Statler and Waldorf, you will see magical spores, because it is claimed that Norwood releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing only under unnatural. So it's time to confirm Norwood. Boom! Ta muchly. That was a short day, wasn't it? Daisy Dock, a simple potion that will grant courage, can be brewed from the leaves. Okay. It is said that ancient warriors would take it before going into battle. Daisy Dock. That's got a similar leaf. Is that the bay leaf one? Yeah. Good question. Baylock, not bay leaf. Purple flowers with a gentle scent. It doesn't tell me anything, does it? But they look similar. They look like similar flowers. I'm gonna add Daisy Dock. This. It's the 3rd ingredient in the Baylock elixir, which I already have, so I guess I probably don't need that note, but tough. Wondering if you use some of your old art as a prop for an informational speech about aphantasia, or if you should draw completely new stuff. On the one hand, your stuff is already drawn, but some may recognize it from one of your internet posts, and on the other hand, your internet self is relatively safe, but you do need to draw new stuff. Yeah, whatever makes you comfy. Whatever doesn't give you too much of a workload and gives you a sense of security. Scratch the cat, end the day. Flip. The first letter of the Latin name of a plant known as golden light. The number of petals on a lucky caballia flower. Okay. Actually relevant to our interests. Is that a full moon? Might be a full moon. When our chance finally came, she did not hesitate even for a moment. Afterwards, when the Arda was dead, she felt only elation. Years after she had first laid her eyes on the book, she had what she needed. Blood of a witch, I guess. So this was the new witch. This was I think the daughter of the policeman. Tuesday. The daughter of the policeman who found an evil book. Her mum died, dad got to drink, she ran away, nobody really noticed. She found the book again, became a witch, killed the head witch, presumably to get something for the book. Cocktail. Whiskey, sake, cider, more whiskey, red wine, rosé. No regrets. Twitch has decided to not connect me to chat. It's fine. Deathly Dolphin! More sake. What is the difference between effuse and suffuse? I don't know. I added it. I wrote them in there, but I don't know what they mean. Standard Tuesday. Generous armadillo. Lots of lemon. Oh, chocolate flake. Right, sorry. First letter of the Latin name of the plant known as golden light. Where's my... Still no horse's head. Golden light. Oh, that's a nickname for it, isn't it? Is that the eyebright? Maybe? Luth. That's not golden light. Boom. Heartburn. Now it's fine. Popping candy, chocolate flake, and orange peel. What could possibly go wrong with that? There's a certain amount of acid in there, but... Okay. Anybody remember what golden light was? I probably should have written these down. Maybe I did. Some of them I do write down alternative names on the thing. Like that one, for example. Lemon Dandy. Easier to check these than it is to go through the book. So fingers crossed. Assuming we've found it. Apparently not. Apparently I didn't write it down. Hey, Blamps! Firefox hates you so bad, so you're coming to you live from Safari? My word. I remember Safari. One with the glowy yes, the glowy splores. In fact, that was confirmed. Did I confirm it? I did confirm it. Where is it? Where is it? I confirmed it, but I didn't confirm. No, I did confirm it. We had it before. There it is. Jacob, no, is it Jacob Smith? No. Where is it? Where did it go? Somebody steal it? Why is it there? Why is it over there? Norwood, get back in. We have confirmed this now, though. Don't, no. Stop it. Yeah, it's up, lamp. I keep reading these and not really taking in any information. Mostly just cold blackcurrant juice. Sounds great. Okay, I'm just gonna very quickly look through this until I find the word golden light. Apologies for not much happening. Although I can, I guess, talk about I played a game off stream because I thought it would give you guys a headache. I played off stream a game called Helix or Helix. Don't know how it's pronounced. Not entirely sure the game does either. It's an RPG, well-received RPG, very short. It's like 3 hours. And I think I described when Off was re-released. I described it as being a surreal RPG. It's got nothing on Helix. Absolutely nothing at all. I finished that game. I don't know what happened in it. It is surrealism manifest. But the thing that's really interesting to me about that game is that I didn't understand anything about the characters. It didn't really have like character interactions in a normal sense. I don't know what our goal was until I got to it. I didn't know anything about the world because it doesn't make any sense. None of the characters are human or animals or anything. Or I guess there are squirrels. It's yeah, just. Wasn't Golden Light the one on the note with Long Meg? Was it? No, anyway, yes. It's just very bizarre and it has none of the trappings of a normal RPG. But the thing I found really interesting about it is that all the way through it, there was never a point where I didn't know what I was doing. And I don't know how that's possible. That's giving me information about Long Meg. Golden Light. What did we find there? Any question? Do we know? Did I write that down? I hope I did. So yeah, I recommend Helix if you want like a very bizarre time, but a competent little RPG. It's silly and funny and surreal and weird and slightly unsettling. It's all made with plasticine. I feel like I wrote down something. Maybe I haven't identified it yet. Very impressed you remember. Yeah. This is why I like streaming games like this. Because I have no memory, as you all know. It's from Red Pike. I remember to write that down. Did not remember to write this down. Should we go there and see if we can't remind ourselves what was there? Because it was, hang on. Put this away. Long Meg, South 3, East 2. We could just sort of go there. It was the daughters, wasn't it? South 3, East 2. Already explored. Yeah, I want to know what the plant was. I want to know what the plant was. Rude game. Oh, dear. He was getting double pay for remembering that, yeah. Get paid in Cuthbert doodles. I'll doodle Cuthbert for you. Right, what did we find then? Is there anything else in the archive about Long Meg? Servant. Nothing there. Stone circle. That just tells me about Long Meg. It's annoying, like if I went to a place and there's a plant and it says you can pick up the plant, it should tell me what the plant is. Can I see past conversation? There's bios. Maybe did I not just call it that? I guess I didn't. Why didn't I label it? I'm a fool. Hint? Or maybe look through my notes and letters to see if they lead me to it. I know. But what was... Where's your snowman, Gadget? Weeping Bell or Fool's Hope? I don't know. Well, there's a simple answer to this. We restart the game. I thought there was a way to see past conversations, but it might just be conversations of people who are standing in front of. Okay, so Weeping Bell is the thing. That golden light, I guess. Hang on, let me look in the book, see if it says. Because otherwise that's a tricksy thing to do. No, it does say golden light. No, it is golden. Okay. So I would have found it eventually. But yeah. Good job, Cheap, for remembering that original clue. I will. Weeping Bell. Golden light. Fools. Oh. Got it. Oh yeah, I was supposed to look at the name, wasn't I? Lamentum Nixus, so L. And the number of petals on a lucky Caballia pot. And the lucky one's 7? Something? Yeah, 6 by default, 7 is considered good fortune. So L7. We got there in the end. Yeah. I amble through meadowland, stopping every so often to examine any wildflowers that catch my eye. Buttercups, daisies, cowslips, red clover, knapweed, cat's ear, and hidden among them something new for my collection. Sorry, that just reminded me of a silly Stephen Fry joke. I walked through the meadow, and I recall I stooped to pick a buttercup. Why people leave buttocks lying around, I have no idea. Plants. We got olives and vegan sausages. What do they say? The flowers are blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. Somewhat pungent. These are getting less and less descriptive as time goes on. Just got an entry with little blue flowers. I did.
Plant the sausages.
Plant the sausages. We must make a sausage tree. Or is it a sausage shrub? Sausage shrub. Slightly difficult to say with how I pronounce S's. Ivulum? No. Candlewood daisy dock? No, that was... I think I guessed that one, didn't I? Oh, my bot died there. Let me refresh that. No, it was a Twitch connection thing. It was just a bad timing. So in that case, let me just do it manually for you.
Sausage shrub.
Why does it sound like she was right next to the microphone? It was popping. That's weird. Yeah, apparently the line was the pop filter. That's the line she drew. Okay, well, wasn't any of those. What was it? New one. Alliance, Meet You, Cheap Snap. Spring Wax Cap. Snowian Trimble Huff. But if it's new, I can't remember. Meet You? Lesser Meridoc? Round, that doesn't look like it. That smaller yellow florets. We did get one that mentioned blue, but I can't remember what it was. No worries, no worries. The Lyle of Neptune. Sparsely petaled flowers, strong scent. Nothing really looked like that. Well, we've got it. We'll just see how it goes. Scratch the cat, ding the bell. Hello, Verona Green.
The Sisterhood was attacked last night. Bethany is dead, along with Nuada and 13 others. Those damn fools with all their secrets. No amount of pleading with them could get them to see sense, but through blind luck, we have been left with slender hope in this fight. Sister Charlotte managed to escape the slaughter with the one thing that could help in the fight against the servant.
Yeah? Are we not suspicious of Sister Charlotte?
Trust no one. Keep it hidden, but get it open.
An item. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. We still have this coin.
The door handle is missing.
Don't know what that's for. Gosforth 1830. Is there a place on the map called Gosforth? Oh, people are posting funny things. Sausage tree. That's not sausages.
They
and you
made
know it's
sure
not.
no one could enter through the main door.
You know that's not sausages, Bear.
I can't find the room in which you say you're locked up.
I have already forgotten the thing. Gosforth. 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 We just go to Gosforth, see what happens? Should not have come here. A darkness hangs over this town like an executioner's blade. I feel rising dread in my chest. Oh, good. We shouldn't have gone to Gosforth. Intriguing. I'll examine it with my tools. I'm going to keep that hidden. Close this. For reasons. What's that? Oh, it's a bracket. E3. My favorite thing. Convention. Is that where Gosforth was? Yeah. Scratch the cat, ding the bell. Oh, it's David Schaefer.
They're saying the Sisterhood has been attacked. Don't know much more than that, but the Seeds of Redemptionists have got all excited about it. There's a bunch of them chanting outside Pulliver's right now.
We have a letter. Pulliver's, you know. Ding! Foxfield Trident. Classic. Foxfield Trident. Foxfield was around here, there. Trident. Well, okay. Pointing there. It's pointing there. Guessing there. Whoosh. From Foxfield, the Trident points me in the direction of some foothills northwest of the Swinside Stone Circle. A faint path leads me over a ridge into a dell. Here a plant thrives, sheltered from the wind. Should I be suspicious about who's sending me these things? Mystery solved. Have I done all of those, I guess? Done that one, sir. No, the note that tells me about these, I think, is still... Yeah, no, that hasn't been ticked. TOS sausages. People are having a lovely conversation about sausages in Discord. Right. You just have these stored up, do you? What was it doing? Yes. Great. What was it doing? I got the thing. Foxfield? No. The guy said something. What did he say? His conversation is stored, if I recall. Wait, why is the postman not? Bethany Coleman. Yeah, Beth was born into a loving family but never felt settled. She sought out a higher purpose when she was still young and left home at 14 to join the Sisterhood of Arduino. This may be the person we need to be suspicious of. Head of the Sisterhood, Arda took a liking to her and helped her develop a renewed purpose, caring for the forest, putting her faith in the goddess Arduina. Our mentor's been murdered and Beth is looking for answers. I'm sure you already have answers. But my questions are about the postman and he's not here. Boom. This is the code of Arduino. It's what I keep thinking every time. Yeah, Bear got those locked and loaded. They're right there. We're not allowed to see those reference practices. Scratch the cat, ding dong. Oh, it's Forrest Vare the Hunter.
I'm going to Blackcomb. I will kill this servant. My people have a saying, he who lives without fear does not live at all. I will not say that I'm not afraid, but it would be no bad thing to die hunting such a noble adversary. I will take Ember Soul.
Will you now? Good for you. Is that this one? That's Grey Sandfire. Absolutely not. Ember Soul. We have not identified it. But I'm allergic to it. Do I have a guess? That's my guess. It's the Sharp Leaves one, right? That's not the book. Ember Soul, protective properties, Sanctuary, many petals, sharp leaves, Ember Soul, jagged leaves, easy to cut yourself on them, fantastic. Ember Soul, there you are. Have a lovely time. Best of luck. Don't die. Widow's Woe, that's a good sign. Said to induce fear, also called Kempfoot, partially due to its unpleasant scent. Dainty dark flowers grow out from a bed of long, thin leaves. Ember Soul confirmed. Swoosh, somewhere over there. Nice. Keep your Discord closed until you're not near an elementary school or babysitting. That's probably why. There's a lot of TOS sausages. Or well, at least medieval depictions thereof. What was it? Widow's Woe. Widow's Woe. Because it did ring a bell to something we found before. It was dainty dark flowers grow from a long, thin, a bed of long, thin, dark purple flowers. They're not spiky enough. Did we examine this one yet? Bluish purple flowers, great. I don't see anything immediate. I remember one that was like, oh, this doesn't smell good. Evidently I was mistaken. Or distracted. I will be distracted, however, by blowing my nose. Back in a sec. There, return. Hello. Excellent. We were doing something worthwhile. Scratch the cat, ding the bell. Milton Forbes!
Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specializes in curiosities. I would have thought that someone in your position ought to be interested in perusing a collection of manuscripts on elixirs, for example.
Thank you. On-site antiquities. Strange antiquities. 21 Orchard Road. No suspicions. We did check this with the magic, didn't we? Yeah. 21 Orchard Road, on-site antiquity. The time is 12:18. 21 Orchard Road. There's not really anything I can do with that, so that goes down there, I guess. Because I don't have roads on this map. It's just towns. Or Arnside, maybe? Is there a town called Arnside? Ambleside. was it again? Arnside. There is a town called Arnside. Let's go to Arnside. Learn more about elixirs. The dark exterior of Arnside Antiquities blends into its surroundings. A tailor called Jones and an ugly-looking haberdashery to the extent that I walk past it 3 times before I find it. Inside, however, I am greeted by a world of intrigue and wonder. Old trinkets sit alongside faded books and manuscripts, while strange utensils and machines, their uses unfathomable, occupy rows of display cases. It is some time before I peel myself away, returning to Undermere with 2 new recipes for elixirs that demand further study. Oh, the elixir of the damned. Love to serve those at cocktail parties. Made from a combination of Arbutum alacritas, Maculosus retinentia, and Mens Fortis. This powerful elixir is dangerous, and extreme caution is advised. It is said to bring a person back from the brink of death, but at the expense of their soul. Those who have drunk it appear vacant and lost, alive, but no longer really with them. Great. Classic elixir of the damned, also known as the Deathly Yorkshire Juleps. It says deathly and everything. Hand holding on the weekend. I made like name sort of preset structures for these cocktails, and I decided, well, Sex on the Beach is the name of a cocktail. So if I put blank on the blank as a thing, and then just write a bunch of things to replace sex and beach, right? So I thought, what could I replace sex with that would be funny? So I put in a lot of relationship things like hand-holding and smooching, and I think tax evasion's in there. Anyway, St. Quintin's Elixir. This elixir will enable any drinker of it to overcome their sense of fear, though it should be considered beforehand that fear is not always a bad thing. For example, it would not be wise to drink this near to the edge of a cliff. A 5-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, a seed pod for good luck. Alright then. What if you don't have a soul? No refunds. Okay, so are we just going to look through this for Latin names? I guess we are. Arbutum alacritas. This is why an index is handy. Arbutum alacritas, Maculosus retinentia, and Mens Fortis. Arbutum alacritas, Caballia. So let me... I have a bad memory. Damned. I just wrote damed. So that's Caballia. Or Caballia. What's next? Maculosus retinentia and Mens Fortis. Mens Fortis, Stranthium. Stranthium, that's the psychedelic. There's the green eye. Yeah. And the other one. Hang on, was that Mens Fortis or Maculosus? Forgot. That's Mens Fortis. Okay. Maculosus retinentia. Now, we haven't identified this one, actually. Hench. Mad Kissy on the... I can add Mad Kissy, actually. Let me do that now. Not now. Easily said. Easily done. You could also suggest ingredients to add to the cocktails and all that sort of stuff. Backdoor to Blowdown. Okay, the fruit of the henchuck has startling effects on the memory. It's large amounts of amnesia. Tuberous bulb. Tuberous bulb. We've got a couple of things like that. Gives it a striped appearance when cut open. When the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green, it's ready to harvest. Maybe this? It has fruit, and it's a blue-green bulb. Bulb is quite firm. It's hardened, and it's blue-green. Orange fruit. Okay, I think that might be henchuck. That's Liverpudlian talking about a chicken. That is a joke for maybe one of you. Okay, so let's have a crack at the elixir of the damned. Why not? What we want? We want Caballia. Let's go to our apparatus. Hopefully I can make more than one. Ibalia. Duranthium, which is addictive. And potentially Inchuck. My favorite dungeon meshy character. New elixir! Which hopefully is the elixir of the damned. It did get ticked off, so probably it is. Where did the elixir go? It's here. Elixir of the damned. I wrote dammer, didn't I? Damned! I worry that elixir is going to be one of those words that if I keep saying elixir for fun, I will start unironically saying elixir rather than elixir. I think I'm going to have fun after this stream looking at what you've been talking about in Discord. Oh yeah, Hazel.
Elixir.
Elixir. See, Hazel knows where it's at. And now, St. Quentin's elixir. I think elixir has a similar vibe to tissue. It's tissue, not tissue. But will I use the elixir though? Probably not. So this is 5-pointed leaf to grant courage. Red flower to protect the mind, seed pod for life.
Tissue.
Oh no, Hazel does say tissue. Double tissue.
Tissue.
Tis still you. It's all really normal, I'm sure. Okay, these have seed pods. Are they for luck? No, they're for screaming. Let's not do that then. Okay, 5-pointed leaf to grant courage. Let's have a look at some leaves, see if we can just narrow it down.
After all this time, tissue.
You guys are really in sync.
At the end of the day, tissue.
Tissue. 5-pointed leaves. If anyone spots 5-pointed leaves, let me know. Oh, 5 points. St. John's poppy. St. John's poppy. That's hearing, not courage, so not bad. Perhaps unidentified. Perhaps that. Is there anything... What was courage? Did we get anything courage? Candlewood. That's afflictions of the mind. Daisy Dock. Courage. So it is Daisy Dock we need. Okay, hang on. I'll write this down. Who is this? Quentin. Quentin. Daisy Dock. Dassy Dock, it's fine. Can't remember the exact Undertale quote, otherwise it would have been the same again. Yes. Ancient warriors take it before going into battle. I mean, this does look pretty close. Also, actually, we could, I suppose, confirm that as Henchuk, right? Because the elixir worked. Well, we don't know if it works, but the game told us we made the right thing. Henchuk. We're still getting squeezed up top. First half of the alphabet is stacked. So okay, let's guess this is Daisy Dock. What do we want now? A red flower to protect the mind. Perhaps Candlewood? I think we literally just read that, didn't we? Candlewood. Protects against afflictions of the mind. Okay, well, let's might as well put them together. We can confirm several here. Candlewood. Quick question, actually, if I look at this. It says produces a red flower, and that looks a bit more compound, but we'll go with it. It's fine. And what was the last one? A seed pod for luck. Seed pod for luck. These ones had seed pods. I don't think they're for luck. But we'll give it a go. Larkshine. Not that, miss. Larkshine, singing barbs, kidney flower. No. I don't even really know what a seed pod looks like, so... pod with seeds, I guess. Shimalung, are they seed pods? Nope, that's flashbang. If I knew this was the sort of detail we would get into with this game, my hang on. Wandered again. Bloody wandering one. I probably would have kept like a little table of like name of flower, Latin name, keyword mentioned in book. Looked at a truce with Firefox. Marvelous. Welcome back. I hope you had a lovely safari. Well, I'm just gonna look for luck. It's a lamp. A wonderful lamp. Oh, just as an aside, I think I've already mentioned on stream that Lamp gifted me Silk Song, which we'll be playing after spooky season. But I've also decided right now, right here and now, Iron Fist on the slam on the table. That's a very soft iron. That after that I will play Control, which is a game I've been wanting to play on stream for like 3 or 4 years, and I know Plamps likes. I will get round to it, so we're gonna do it after Silk Song. Keep saying I'm gonna play it next, and it's never next. Anyway, sorry, I was luck. Or seed pods. Rocks back and forward, which is pretty normal for you. The thing that reminded me actually is that somebody I follow streamed it recently and then spent the next stream complaining that they didn't like it. But that's fine because they are the sort of person, if one tiny thing is wrong, they'll get really grumpy and hate the entire experience. I'm much more forgiving. Boo them! Yeah. They're one of those streamers that I generally, when they're in a good mood, I like them. When they're in a bad mood, I have to just switch off because they're just annoying. I won't tell you who, because that's rude. Surprised they can find games that like with an attitude like that, but bad mood is still engaged. I mean, yeah, some people like the grumpy stuff, but they're not. I don't know. I don't find them an entertaining grumpy. I find them a sulky grumpy. But again, I try and at least make the most of a game that I don't like. Sometimes more than games I do like. I have not been reading through this entire time. It's you, it's your streamer, so no. Takes off the fake moustache. The only thing that says like seeds so far, but it also doesn't mention luck. Kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods. So this has seed pods, but it doesn't mention luck anywhere. Lark shine is our best bet, I think. Not convinced. You're enjoying Skong, and we'll not elaborate on that except for the fact that today you took a very funny game clip of you having terrible luck when you sent it to him. You could hear his to Lewis. When you sent it to him, you could hear his reaction from across the house. What's Skong? I want to know what Skong is. I do like the random words, like for example, alongside connections and Wordle and Vordle. Oh, Silk Song. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, alongside Wordle and Vordle and connections for my morning game chores. I also play one called Gisnep, which is just gibberish. Gisnep. Show me seed pods. These are spalls. Crunchy root. Gastric distress. Fresh air. Sheep snap. Oh, green seed pods. Fortune! It's sheep snap! We should have known! It's gone for short, for some reason. For even shorter. Times, have you ever played Helix or Helix? I don't know why, I feel that's a game you might have played at some point. The answer was sheep snap all along. Sheep snap. Well, we don't actually know what this is, so I'll add it. I mean, we haven't identified any of the things for this elixir. Because all we have on this is green seed pods with a hard outer shell that are hollow when tapped. Bulbs of bayonet. Oh, maybe this is a bulb. Are they seed pods? They're green. I don't think they're seed pods. What are seed pods? To enjoy a weird game. It is that. I don't know why it's called that. I don't think that appears in the game anywhere. And it is a weird game, and by weird I mean weird. Again, I've played it. I finished it today. Couldn't tell you a thing about it. Except that it's an RPG and a rather competent one. difficult to begin with, but anyway. There's also a sequel which I'd like to play at some point. The only reason I played it, well, not the only reason I played it, it looked weird, is there's a randomizer for the sequel. And sometimes I play games just to play randomizers. I also played Super Metroid recently for the first time. That was alright. It's surprisingly not what I would think of as a Metroidvania, because it doesn't have much options available to you. It's mostly just, there is a right way to go, you just need to find it now. Metroidvanias have come a long way since then. So, Sheepsnap. Any idea what Sheepsnap is? I don't know what Sheepsnap is. Sheepsnap. Sheepsnap. These seed pods? Pungent. No mention of smell in the book. We might not have it. It's entirely possible, but I kind of want to say it's this. But that doesn't look circular, does it? Or spherical, I should say. Sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. Well, I'm going to assume we don't have that. Sheepsnap will come later. It's fine. We got one of them. We got one of them. We get one of the elixirs. We got the elixir of the damned, and I'm sure that's enough. Maybe in a post-Crispy Skong world we could fire up dual randomizer. It's just the 2 Hollow Knight games. So, ooh, that could be fun. Is there already a randomizer for Silk Song? That'd be fun. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Yeah, I'm up for Hollow Knight randomizer. It's a great time. And maybe I will for Silk Song as well. We'll find out. People seem to like it. So. I guess that's the end of the day. There wasn't anything we were going to investigate. Be very surprised if there was one already. But it's already in the works. I mean, the Elden Ring randomizer came out very quickly because it was based on the same engine as Sekiro. So, I'm going to end the day. Flip a card. Raven, and more Raven Spider. Equipped with the Arda's knowledge, she journeyed west to the Stone Circle. Unknown to her, she was not alone, and she made her preparations. As she made her preparations. The moon is beginning to wane. So they did say you could chain things. I hope that's cleared things up. You get back. We'll be down for Archipelago randomizer. Yeah, we should do Archipelago. Be a fun time. Need to play Archipelago times again. We need to just do friend things. I know I play a game on stream with friends every week, and then doodle with friends every week, and hang out with friends multiple times a week. But we should do things. Why am I doing that? And more Raven Spider. So they did say on the note, you can chain these. So where's Endmore? Endmore. Raven takes us there. Spider takes us there. Boom. Jackdaw croaks hidden somewhere nearby. Strange shapes of old stones pierce the long grass. Among them, some plants grow. These ones. Ba-da-ding. Seed pods! They look like massive great seed pods to me. I'm no botanist. I'm a horticulturalist. Though the baubles look soft, they are in fact quite hard. And I bet that this is Sheepsnap. Green seed pods. They have a hard outer shell. I bet that's Sheepsnap. So, shall we attempt an unprecedented feat of identifying 3 plants simultaneously? No, we thought that might be Daisy Duck. Which of these is Daisy Duck? Who knows? Daisy Duck, Candlewood, and Sheepsnap. We've got Candlewood, Sheepsnap. We now need to work out which of these 2 is Daisy Duck. Have a good Kiro. Hopefully it's chill. And thanks for popping in. Daisy Duck. Simple potion, grant courage, ancient warriors, yada yada yada. So that it looks pretty spot on. Bluish purple flowers. It's the same leaf. Same leaf. Wait, no, hang on. This was the third ingredient in Baylock, so we should know what that is, right? Baylock's elixir. No, that's just what it looks like. We only learned it from the flower. These have the same leaves, so we don't know. We have no description that will help. So we can't, unless we try and fail and then try the other one. Should we trial and error this? Also, is there anything new about this? No? I'm gonna see what happens if we fail in an elixir. Give it a go. So I will go with Daisy Dock 1. Unused Daisy Dock. There's also Candlewood and Sheep's. Let's see. Boom. It explodes. New elixir. Did it work? It did. Where did the Daisy Dock? There. Okay, so that is Daisy Dock. We got it. And we have St. Quentin's elixir as well. Or at least the game says we have. And who am I to disbelieve the game? Cool. So I guess that identifies all of these as correct. We got lucky. Flip of a coin. It made sense to go for the one that wasn't already in a potion as well. But it was ultimately luck. Daisy Dock. Candlewood. There. And finally, Sheepsnap. Cool. Ah. Everything's coming up me. Ding dong! Hello, Grace Enright, whoever you are. Have you heard of this masked woman? No, imagine having that amount of power. Nations could kneel before you. You would be a god. That creature, it's huge, unstoppable. They say it obeys her every command. I would certainly go and helpful with my father-in-law tomorrow. I guess I'll just have to settle for some Daisy Dock to help me through it instead. Well, good news, you. We literally just identified Daisy Dock. We could have done it like that. Dead man's fingers. This fungus is typically found in dense forests, protruding through the mulch. At a glance, it can appear as though a corpse is reaching up from the undergrowth. Said to strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. Digitatus mortis. We were already aware of that. We already picked some. It says dead man's fingers. I think that's what it was called. Dead man's fingers. Boop, boop. I guess I can get rid of the Daisy Dock from that because that's not correct anymore. Or never was. But it's the third one in Baylock. The Baylock elixir. Scratch the cat, ding the bell. It's postman.
This letter was delivered in an unusual way. There was no address provided, just the horticulturist. Spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you.
Thank you. I'm sure this can only go well. If you know your plants, this letter is for you. Okay. Ooh, hello. Haha, ho ho. So you got it working. Oh yes, yes, it works, it works. Look to the north of Bowfell, at the source of the River Esk. Nobody knows it grows there. It will be our little secret. Ho ho. So where was this? North of Bowfell, at the source of the River Esk. Okay, you can do that. Source of the River Esk. River Esk, source, north of both. Boom. Sure enough, I find a plant here that I've never seen before. This. The dummy plant. Get up there. Downward facing bulbs. I think there was one described like that before, but it's not really downward, is it? Kind of sideways. I know there was one that was like, I thought looked like a mushroom, but it said flower. Wish there was a way to filter out the ones you've already read, or ones you've identified. Trimblehuff? Small cup-like flower. Generally point downwards. Bell-like flower. Heart-shaped leaves. It's heart-shaped leaves and is traditionally used as decoration for weddings. But that does not look like cup. Bell-like. Flares at the ends. Oh well. It was worth a try. Scritch the cat, ding dong. Hello, Thoradun. Whoever you are.
Your husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I'm worried about the ones he brought back from his latest venture. Yeah. He's just been on a trip across the lake, exploring the woods to the west of here. Got a bag full of odd-looking mushrooms that he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. I'd have brought one with me to help identify it, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. Which I will. He's right. I'll come back tomorrow.
Mr. Dunn Mushrooms, woods west of Undermere across the lake. It's west of Undermere across the lake. Any more specific than just the woods? The woods. Here? Kind of not really woods. Here? This is west of Undermere. I can water plants. We'll go explicit. It doesn't look like woods, but it is west of, well, the town looks like it's there. I'm gonna go there. Mushrooms! How have I never been here before? They're hard to find at first, but soon I'm seeing them everywhere. Doo-doo! Are they the ones that we've been trying to find this entire time? Farmer's Worry? Whatever it's called. Spongy mushroom with potent abilities only safe to consume in small quantities, grants a great strength for short periods of time at the expense of severe fatigue once the effect is something or other. Red caps have a spongy texture. Spongy mushroom, this may be Farmer's Worry. So the answer is you can eat them, but not much. Don't overdo it. Cool. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Ding, ding. It's Simone Green.
Lord Fremont told me he was able to help you find some information on the servant.
I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a mold problem. I hoped you might have some sweet breath that could help clear it up. Sweet breath. Do I have sweet breath? Yes, I do, 'cause I brush my teeth. I've not identified it, apparently. Sweet breath? Oh, it might have a different name. Oh, Palliance, it literally says there. I learned, Jeeb, I learned from the beginning of the stream. It's Palliance.
What the hell's Palliance?
Many short leaves filter the surrounding air. They look too thick. This? Pungent. Not how I would describe something that offers air quality. Small leaves, delicate flowers, doesn't even mention it. Right. It says fresh aroma. I learned, I know. Okay, this has a pleasant fresh aroma. They don't quite look the same leaves, but it says fresh aroma. It's the best I've got. I'm gonna guess this is Palliance. It is. So Baylock uses Palliance. Bear that in mind. Sour Bandy. The sour bandy can help with memory recovery, especially if the memory has been deliberately sabotaged. The name of this plant derives from the fact that, although edible, the large stamen is extremely bitter to the taste. Cool. Okay. Baylock 2 is more specifically known as Palliance. Yeah, the Pal Alliance. Smooch. Smooch times. I have been reorganizing shelves today. So it feels appropriate that I'm doing this. What was this one? It helps with memory. He says, having forgotten. Sour Bandy. It's got a long, bitter stamen. Like a 3-part thing. This? That looks maybe. Large stamen is the source of an acerbic odor. Okay, that's probably it. You've really got to know your synonyms in this game. Synonyms. Got to know your cinnamons. Okay. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Ding, ding. How are you, Lorena Chapman?
My cousin will be married in 3 days. If you got some trimble off, then you'll save me the trouble of going out to find some myself. If you know my cousin, you know she's not worth the trouble.
We are in England. Right, Trimblehuff. We have not identified that as I recall. I was literally looking at the thing recently. The bell one. Downward facing bells. Small cup-like flower. These are blue, they're kind of cup-like. They do have that shape. They're generally trying to look down. They're small. Sure, we'll go for it. Trimblehuff. Ding! We didn't even guess that one before. But we got it right. Glowhorn! I bet that's the one that glows. The glowhorn, or forest lantern, or pixie lamp, is phosphorescent, illuminating the trees that it grows under. Suspicious travelers avoid walking towards it, fearing that the faint lights will lure them to their demise. Elixir? Lure? What is going on with my pronunciation today? Trimblehuff. And that is purple, straight onto purple. Yes, sorry. Glowing shenanigans. Game has a lot more plants than I thought it. Like Wilmot's warehouse. Keeps getting more and more. What if you combined Papers, Please with Wilmot's warehouse? And witches. Yes, phosphorescent. Small amount of light. It's got spots. We're pretty certain on that one. Be astounded if I was wrong there. But you never know. End day. Boom. Flip. Swoosh. 8 miles to east. That's the coin. The shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and roots that she would require. He watched as the hours dragged by. The sun set and she worked by candlelight, at times sitting still, at times moving like a dancer among the stones. The change happened suddenly, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened, and then he saw it. How long has it been a full moon? Okay, that's not quite full. That looks pretty full. Interesting. 8 miles to the east of whatever that place was. It's Thursday. It's Chippy Nether's Day. 8 miles to the east of Coin. Don't have my coin. Oh, I see. So if I do that, then I look at the note. Only the stuff on the desk. Look at that. This was Gosforth. So 8 miles east of Gosforth. Lie. No lies. Only hope. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Why am I counting in a language I don't know how to count up 8? Okay. It was 8, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognize grow along the bank. Like these. They're pretty. Well, one of them looks like it has warts, but pretty. Stop moving! That is deliberate. That is definitely deliberate. Bloody wandering mushroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The yellow one is sad. Well, let's have a look at them. Flowers are very delicate. The petals fall easily. And a bland smelling flower. Wow. Judgy. Bland. None of those ring a bell, so we'll see how we go. Dang. It's Thora done. Well, I went and ate those bloody mushrooms. And of course, now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? Yeah, he's fine. He's in a bad way. I'm worried about him. These were Farmer's Worry. So you are worried, but it's not that bad. Nope, that's not it. They're not Farmer's Worry. You should be worried. Oh my god, I should be worried. Because it wasn't worry. There's me trying to be... We've had this since the beginning and I thought, oh, finally. Not Glowhorn. Lesser Meridoc, that's a flower. Devil's Nightcap? No. Spring Waxcap? No. Well, what is it then? Widow's Woe? No. Well, now I'm confused. Well, Dead Man's Fingers. Doesn't look like that. That's Dead Man's Finger. Because you just gave us a note going, go here and get the mushroom. Oh, we want the antidote. I'm an idiot. I don't want to tell her what the mushroom is. We want the antidote. Farmer's Worry. Antidote can be made using royal gentian. Right, okay. Sorry, I'm a fool. Royal gentian, we have that. That's good. Royal gentian. There we go.
That wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks.
Thank you for following. I could not read that before it went away, but thank you for following. Hope you have a nice time. Liverstone. Caution is advised when handling this plant due to strong paralyzing agents contained within. The liverstone is a mushroom with pointed caps. What about pointed caps? That's also got pointed cap. This one, that's pretty pointy. It smells rotten. Liverstone, was it called? Livingston. I think we're probably on the money with that, yeah? Love this game. I probably love seeing people play this. It's a good game. I'm enjoying it. I haven't made many mistakes, but you were here to see one of them. I'm gonna call that Liverstone. Tentatively. Tentative is good enough when it comes to deadly mushrooms. I think that's the right way to go about it. Lottie McLeod. Sorry, I didn't read your name before. Forrest. Oh, that went well. You're alive though.
I've been to Blackcomb. I fought the servant and lived, but my adversary still stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I'm ashamed to say that I'm done. And my soul could use a tonic of St. Quentin's elixir, if I'm ever to recover from the horror that I've seen.
Well, good news. We have St. Quentin's elixir. Right there. You're very welcome. Goodbye. Don't thank me. Honestly, it's fine. He's gone. Prittle. What a lovely name. Coveted by the rich, pretty Prittle, is crushed to make dyes. This is a very rare plant that is hard to come by and requires great care to cultivate. We have some things that look like that. Wasn't that one for this? Maybe? Gentle scent? Perhaps. This might be Prittle. Pretty Prittle. The game relaxes and it gives you autumn vibes. Somebody came in here earlier saying exactly the same thing. They're playing this because it was... Well, they said fall vibes. Same thing. Yeah, it looks like the one from the Baylock recipe. Maybe. So that might be Prittle. We'll put a questionable Prittle on there. It's because it's constantly raining in this game. Not constantly, but a good amount. More than Cardiff. Okie dokie. There's nothing else I'm supposed to be investigating. We still don't know what to do with this. No magic has appeared here. No one's left me any secret messages overnight. No. Cool. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Ding dong. It's the postman.
There is an hateful man I sometimes see around town. He's called Isidore Burbridge. Yesterday I saw him bending down as though to pet a stray dog, but instead he punched it as hard as he could. What a bastard. I rushed over and the coward fled. Someday I'll get his comeuppance.
We could have poisoned him early on, I think, but we didn't. Sadgill Chalice. My nickname in secondary school. Okie dokie. Sadgill. Seems too simple. They were getting more complicated, and now they got simple. Unless Sadgill is a nickname for someone. Nope, Sadgill's just there. Chalice leads us here. The Chalice clue takes me directly to the south of Sadgill, to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in the lush grass. Deadly, you'd say. Oh, hello, Scott Chompers. Nom, 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 nom. Well, we haven't heard anything. Haven't heard about anything like that from them. So, hang on, it's a new day. No, you're still there. Was it a new day? No, it wasn't a new day. Sorry. It's all blurring into one. Cool. Chomp chomp. Let's water our chomp chomp friend. Just for fun. Anything magical about you? No. Haven't checked for magic. I think it's only one thing that does that. So far, scratch the cat, ding the bell. Reuben, how are you doing, me Schiffer, my lad?
Verona tells me you're working on gathering the plants for a ritual that will help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I don't know where it can be found.
Swift Snare. We have heard of this. The Binder, Ankle Grabber, and Never Let Go are several of the names given to this plant, may give some clues to its properties. Once ensnared, it is impossible to extricate oneself without help. Swift Snare has small, heart-shaped leaves, such as this fella. Perhaps. Oop. It doesn't specify what's going on with the flower. Maybe they're suction cups. Okay, so we helped somebody get out of Swift Snare before, but we've never seen. That's interesting. There you go, there. Ding ding. It's Molly Bell.
My daughter's getting married and I want to decorate the church with the nice flowers. I believe there's a plant with small blue cup-like flowers that's supposed to bless the union.
There is indeed. We recently identified it as Trimblehuff. Pretty sure that was the one we want. Let me double check. The flowers are indeed blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Trimblehuff, where are you? There you are. Decorations at weddings. Marvellous. Have some of that.
You're very welcome. God, everyone's just so thankful in this game. Scratch cat. End day. End day. Draw a card. Decay gives way to new growth from death. The cycle starts again, west of White Scar by the river. Behind the woman, a dark skeletal figure, that's not how you pronounce that, began to rise, and a low primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fear coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. Okay, so she did summon the stalker stranger thing. Stranger Things? Friday. Decay gives way to new growth from death. Cycle starts again west of White Scar by the... Give a quick magic check. No. Cat's still not magic. Wait! There's a plant that unlocks things. Anyone remember what it was? Is it this one? Got the right flower. Oh,
Snake, call Emmerich. He should be able to break through security.
Okay, Emmerich might know the flower. Is it one we've identified or one we haven't? I don't think it was any of those. Fairly certain there was a flower that's like, this can unlock things, or people think it can. Okay, well, do we have a flower that we've already identified that looks like that? The best way to go. Palliance, no, that's air freshening. I might be mistaken, I just vaguely remember something in the book talked about. I think we could try. Oop. Now, boo! That's why you don't try. Remember, kids, don't try. Looking for more content creators who play this game as you love the game so much? Well, I'm sure there are many out there. Every time I go to type in the name into the Twitch's content thingy-bob, it always says that some people are already watching it, so... Also, with the release of the sequel soon, that may very well pick up some traffic. There was a flower that opened locks. Okay. I'm just gonna very quickly, we know how this goes. Brimlock. Gold, no. Saw lock, got excited. There's one I confirmed, want to say it's early in the alphabet. Okay. Ah. Clavilium. Lovelock. You were not certain, but you were right. Should have worked that out before. Follow the Dudden tributary to its source. First is the corpse's friend, a reminder. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. Third is the fear bringer. Fourth to lift a curse. The last petal to secure black blood's reverse. Right. I recognize some of those, but I'll come back to the rest of them later. Follow the Dudden tributary to its source. Put that back. We'll come back to you as well. Triple Cuthbert Doodles to Cheeb. Dudden tributary. River Dudden to its source. There? Is that what we want? And looks like the source. School of Hard Knocks. Why did I come here? Maybe not. Well, I thought that was good. Why are you there? Where's the wander? Go there. Stop wandering. Maybe that's where I start for the riddle? What riddle? Oh. Could fear bringer be widow's work? To do with this, I'm guessing. Third is the fear bringer. Okay, first is the corpse's friend. Can't remember. Ankle grabber, that's swift snare. Third is the fear bringer, which might be widow's woe, according to this. Fourth, to lift a curse, can't remember. Last petal to secure black blood's reverse. That's the antidote to the poison. So I remember some of this. Oh, if it's a tributary, it's not a river, is it? Is it? Tributary comes from the ocean, right? So the source would be the other way around. I went the wrong way. Yes? No? Am I remembering GCSE geography well? Do GCSEs even exist anymore? This is the River Dudden. So the source... I don't know what you would call the source necessarily. Here? Drugs? Well, there's a river. Into a lake? Goes into the sea. A river into a larger river. Possibly. Or unless... Oh, this is the tributary that comes into the River Dun. Maybe. That makes more sense. Let's try that. Never seen this plant growing here, and it's... Yeah. Never seen this plant before, and here it is growing in abundance. This. Thank you, plants. You also get a Cuthbert doodle. Whether you want it or not. Good. That is what we wanted. Fantastiche. We still haven't done this yet, but that's fine. What was I gonna... New plant, yes. Brain's still turning on, it's fine. A somewhat damp smell, dark red flowers. Right, I'm gonna have a little crack at making headway on this. The first is Corpse's Friend. What's this? This is the... just gonna call this the wheel. No, it's ritual elixir. Ritual. Well, it's not really an elixir, it's just a ritual. So Corpse's Friend. Then there's Swift Snare, which is the ankle grabber. Then what? Oh, I just put the note away, didn't I? Widow's Woe, I think it was. Widow's Woe. Got a question mark on that. Fourth, to lift a curse, not a clue. Fifth, a petal to secure Black Blood's reverse. I can't remember which one that is, but I know it's in the book. Remember it looking unremarkable. Corpse's Friend. Yeah, Devil's Nightcap. As yet unidentified. Anything with leaves like that have we got going on? No. Because it's got that kind of wibbliness around the outside, like, what are they called? Not aloe. Stepmother's tongue or whatever it's called. Well, we just might not have that yet, but that's fine. Hopefully we can get it in the next couple of days before everything goes wrong. What were we looking for? We were looking for curse lifting and the Black Blood reverse. I want the cure for the evil thing, which I'm looking for something. Okay, that's the bad thing. We don't want that. I'm guessing this is like the final boss. No, this detects poison. That's what I was thinking of. Snake plants, yes, those. Thank you, miss. It was mother-in-law's tongue. How did I remember that? Okay, that's not what I was thinking, unfortunately. A petal to secure the Black Blood's reverse. That is unfortunately... Welcome. Have a good sleep. Gonna lull you to sleep. Yeah, Swift Snare, we're aware of that. Also looking for the curse one, if we have any information on that. eases up symptoms of infection. Don't think we can describe this as an infection. Gosh, if I play the sequel to this, I'm definitely writing down more notes as I go. It saved me a lot of time. Because I'm ill-prepared, but now I understand how this game works, so it's okay. Not doing anything about it, but no, that is a curse. That doesn't lift one. Important to know the difference between those things. Antidote. Here we are. Elderfinium. Elderfinium. I remember that. Only after I've been reminded of it, but I remember it. Yes, Elderfinium. Or Elderfinium. So all that's left is lifting a curse. I don't recall mentions of curse lifting, but I may be wrong. Pain relief. Lift curses. Long Vatican. Which we have identified. Elderfinium we've identified. Widow's Woe. We haven't. Do we have a guess at Widow's Woe? No. Good. Great. Swift Snare, Devil's Nightcap. Swift Snare we thought was this. Devil's Nightcap. We have not identified. The leaf one, yeah. Well, we've got a lot. And babysitting, but you got a chance to watch for now. Hi, Kiro, you've just found me finally stopping flicking through this book. We unlocked this little box, which gave us information, hopefully, of the ritual to get rid of the big horrible thing. Because I remembered there was a plant that unlocks things. And now we have this card, which I still haven't addressed. Decay gives way to new growth from death. The cycle starts again west of White Scar by the river. White Scar Cave, west thereof by the river. Does it say anything in magic? Excellent question. And an excellent answer is no. Oh, Twitch gave you an ad. Very briefly, we just unlocked the circular box because there was a flower that unlocks things that I remembered. And we're off to do some stuff, and I've been working out what things might be for this thing for the end of the game. Boom. The sun-bleached skull fixes me with its black-eyed gaze. A reminder, from the chest of the skeleton, a plant grew. Corpse's friend. This guy. Yes, that looks like the thing. Devil's Nightcap, right? We were looking for those leaves. Corpse's friend. Soft aroma that reminds me of a pine forest. I think pine was mentioned. Yep, grows out of the body once deceased. Light, pleasant scent similar to pine needle. This is the Devil's Nightcap. Well, we're not far off having everything we need for this. Widow's Woe, I think, is still outstanding. Hang on, let me just manually tick off the things so I can keep track of them. So we have Devil's... We've identified... Well, we haven't fully identified it, but we think we have. Devil's Nightcap, we think we have Swift Snare. Widow's Woe, I think, is still at large. Can you have a Devil's Nightcap, please? No, you will die. Widow's Woe's still at large. Kempfoot. Oh, hang on, is this maybe this? Dainty dark flowers. Small dark red flowers. It's got this sort of droopy leaves. Bed of long thin leaves. Called Kempfoot to its unpleasant scent. It smells damp. Maybe? I'm going to put that as a question mark. We might have that. Okay. Long Vericund. We have that. I think we've identified the last two. Long Vericund we double have, and Elderfinium, which I've used several times, I think. Elderfinium. Okay, I think we're on good standing for this. Question is, do I have to go there manually and do it, or do I have to wait for a trigger? I don't know. I don't think we're on the last day, so we can just carry on as needed. Postman.
I've lived in Undermere all my life, and I've never seen people as worried as they are now. Eh. Everyone's talking about sisterhood and the servants.
Well, they would do.
Somebody needs to do something to stop that beast. Anyway, bye.
A letter. I was speaking to a woman from Arnside who told me of a cave nearby that the locals stay away from. Apparently there is a strange plant that grows there, but the cave is believed to be haunted. Unfortunately, she was vague about where the cave was. Somewhere to the east was all she would say when I pressed her. Warmest regards, Miss Duncan. So to the east of Arnside. You can wander around. I'm guessing the Arnside is by the River Arn. East. I mean, White Scar Cave. That's... Yeah, that is east. Yes. A thin crack runs down the rock face, widening as it nears the ground, just wide enough for a man to slip through. But there's a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance. Too heavy to move. Farmer's worry? Well, we'll take a punt. Dang. I'm surprised at how easy I'm able to roll away the boulder with the help of Farmer's worry, as my eyes adjust to the darkness and discover several clusters of fungi growing there, reaching out desperately to the thin strip of light provided by the crack. Okay, we have identified Farmer's worry. We also have Twilight Lepiota. In the twilight where shadows grow, take leaf and root and... Oh, in the twilight where shadows grow, take leaf and root and eye of crow. A plant of gloom and despair and dark magic. Do not be fooled by the pretty flower. The smell it gives off is quite foul. Okay. Now let's collect our plants. Couple of fungi. I think one of those is already in our book. Ilstumki. What was it? Evulum? Maybe this is Evulum? Somewhat pungent. That might be Evulum. Wasn't what I was looking for, but might be. Glowhorn, we're pretty sure of that. Lesser Meridoc. Small yellow florets. What's that? No. Thought that looked different. Liverstone. Oh, these have pointed caps. These also have pointed caps. Oh, my fingertips feel numbed. This is Liverstone. Not the other one. Not you, you're an imposter. You're barely a kidney stone. It's the Lyle of Neptune? Maybe? That's not hairy, is it? Strong scent, it doesn't mention a scent at all. Okay, I think we still don't have that one. It's fine. Meek Dew. Okay, smaller florets. Doesn't mention souls. Stimkey? No, Stumpkey. Brittle. Covered by a rich, pretty brittle. Yeah, it doesn't tell me much, does it? Well, we thought it was this, maybe. Seems a reasonable guess. There's too many anthers. Okay, not brittle. Sour Bandy, I think we thought that was this. This? Where is this? Also, we identified Farmer Quarry. I forgore. My god, this is all over the place. None of this is in order. All got mixed up. Where was Sour Bandy? This one. Yes. Spring wax cap. This is what I was looking for. Waxy reddish caps. Edible mushroom with some mild medicinal properties. When dried and eaten, it can help relieve pain. So I think that's probably spring wax cap. There. That's good. I think we identified both of those. There was one that I thought was Storian. No, I think it just says red fruits. That was a different one. Never mind. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Ding dong. Hello, Face Swift. Why can't I remember? There was something important. I know there was, but it's only darkness now. Sour Bandy. Cheer you up. This one, right? Double check. Sur. Help with memory that's been sabotaged. The name of the plant derives from the fact that although edible, the large stamen is bitter in taste. There is a large stamen, source of an acerbic odor. Okay, give it a go. Best of luck. It's coming back. It happened in a dream. The woman in the jade mask was screaming at me to get out. Hey, instead I went deeper. I entered the mind of the creature. It was like slipping into a dark pool. Icy cold, with who knows what terrors lurking beneath the surface. I felt powerful, and then suddenly something happened. She tore me out of my mind and went dark. She tore me out and my mind went dark, that's it. I've not been myself lately. Yeah, this is the psychic. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Bye. Umbrella. Ella. A powerful balm against diseases of the heart. It will not be a cure once illness has set in, but it can ease pain and prolong life. Umbrella has long rounded leaves and a flower that smells of strawberries. We did have a strawberry one, didn't we? Strawberries? Umbrella, there we are.
Resident Evil.
It says it doesn't cure death, but it prolongs life. Like zombies. We confirmed something, didn't we? We confirmed you, Sour Bandy. An amazing blues saxophonist. You're on to them. Scratch the cat, ding them. Alden Gregory. Who are you?
My wife of 30 years is dying. That is the truth of it. Painful as it is to say out loud. The doctors say there's nothing they can do, but I cannot sit by and wait for it to happen. A man at the hospice let slip about a plant-based elixir. I don't think he meant for me to hear it, but I did. It's all I can think about.
Elixir of the Damned?
I understand the risks, but any price is worth paying if it means you don't have to die. Please, I'm begging you.
Well, best of luck. Haverage. Pretty blue flowers line the stems of this sought-after plant. It is said that if you give Haverage to your beloved under the light of a full moon, you will both live long and blessed lives. Probably this. I can't hazard a guess. Remember, if you're going to propose to your lover, make sure that they are of an age to give consent. It's best to ask beforehand, because if you do, you will have her age. Yeah, that looks fair. Sure, I'll call that an average. There we go. Scratch the cat, ding dong. Hello, Althea Rocher. Oh, what a delightful shop, Pierre. Everyone's got the same accent here. I'm only in town for a brief visit, but I heard I might be able to get hold of some liverstone here. Liverstone? Why would you want liverstone? Strong paralyzing agents. Why would you want strong paralyzing agents? I'm a horticulturalist. Identified liverstone. Best of luck with whatever you're about to do with it. Thoom! Fusroda. Pronounced tomb, bugger. This flower is sometimes associated with death. Wow, who'd have thought that a plant called tomb would be associated with death? Tomb is used as a fragrance in soaps and candles. Haha! Death soap, my favourite. Well, liverstone's been identified under suspicious circumstances. Tomb. Here's a question. Should we end at the end of this day, or I don't know. I don't know how long the end of the game is going to be. It might just be like one day, but also it might go on. Fragrance in soaps and candles. Leaves like that. You? Smells like sweet rhubarb. I'll take a sweet rhubarb soap. Sus indeed. Scratch the cat, ding dong. Oh, hello again.
I can't control it anymore. This has all gone too far. I never meant for it to turn on my sisters. It's too strong. I'm trying to hold it back, but it wants to kill. That's all it wants. Death, death, and more death.
and death. You have to help me.
Widow's Woe or Dead Man's Fingers? There's 17 days. I can't remember what day we're on. Wasn't paying attention. Right. We have a choice. Widow's Woe or Dead Man's Fingers? Dead Man's Fingers. Strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. Okay. Well, Widow's Woe. Probably a bad thing, called Widow's Woe. So to induce fear. Give you confidence? Or am I being tricked? Day 16 is the endings, day 17 is the epilogue. We're on day 15. Well, I might start day 16 and then just see how we go. Or like go to day 16 and then call it. And then we'll have a stream where we finish off this game and maybe start something else. I think that's fine. Gives me time to prepare. So, do we give this person confidence? The person who presumably summoned the monster? Or do we freak him out? They say that they're trying to hold it back, but I do not believe them. Also, why would I... You never meant for it to turn on your sisters, but you did kill your leader. So... I don't know. I'm going goody two-shoes. I might as well just do what I say. Dead Man's Fingers, then, I guess. Right, double check. Dead Man's Fingers. Strengthen, resolve, and sharpen them. Well, here's hoping I didn't just sabotage us all. Carnivorous Tauren, known in the north as Andrew's Bane, after the unfortunate demise of a man named Andrew Jardine. He was caught and slowly eaten alive by a large specimen of the Tauren. Revered in the occult world, a cross-section of the Tauren stem reveals pentagonal symmetry. Interesting. Why is this shelf so disorganized? It's just that one. I don't understand. Right, okay. Scritch. Ding. Hello, Hollis Gibb. There's been talk down over the last few nights down the Royal Oak of a servant creature going around slaughtering people. We used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I don't dare leave my house now. I don't do that. I've decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. The glow of a few pixie lamps will surely warm my heart. Glow horn. Dang. Easiest identification ever. Pennybell. The leaves of the pennybell are chewed by some for their hallucinogenic properties. However, it is highly addictive and can lead to sickness and death. That's why we called it the pennybell. To make it sound appealing. Get it? Appealing? The peal of bells? That wasn't deliberate.
Think we'll be entertained tonight? I will. I brought a book.
Right, well. Scritch. End the day. Before that, I'm gonna go...
We got our money's worth tonight. But we paid nothing. That's what we got.
Gonna go here. Too early, okay. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing it. Okay, we're gonna end the day and then we're gonna stop. Once we've flipped over our card and read the rest of the story down here. To the east of the castle, across a river and through the mountain pass it grows at the edge of a wood. She finally had the power she craved all these years, a servant to do as she willed, but that power came as a cost. The servant was awoken, and it would not be contained. It was the Dandrew, the dread, it was death. Dendrew, not Dandrew. Dandrew died from a flower. Day 16 Saturday. So this is the last proper day, and we will do the last proper day. It's good, it's good. Next time. Oh look, you wandered. Cool. So yeah. Hopefully I don't lose my notes. We will finish this swiftly and in due time next week. It'll be fine. We'll remember everything. I'm certain of various things, not including. So yeah. Hope you had a nice time. Hope you enjoyed the fact that I made every single character in this from the north. It did say it was England, so we're specifically in the north of England, which is why it's always wet. But yes, this was a stream of a game that I'm enjoying. It's good. Thumbs up. Thanks for Alan Simulator. Oh god, we're gonna die. No, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But yes, that is the stream. This stream will return on Saturday with Dying Light. I do not have a wedding to attend this week, so we should actually be playing it. Subject to any other disasters that may occur. Tomorrow, I believe there will be a Chibi Nether's Day stream. Still, I'm guessing, still playing Littlewood. The continuing adventures of Ash and Atlas. Chibi Nether's Days. Go to chibinetherlands.twitch.tv/chibinetherlands.twitch and click the follow button and then the subscribe button. And then also the button that takes you to their Ko-fi account with donations and also their Patreon account. If you want to know, did notice you doing that even though you've never been or talked to anyone from the north. It's my one generic northern accent. I'm from north. Everyone's from up north. Some of them did go a little bit Liverpool rather than just north. But I'm not particularly good at Liverpool. Gotta go. Have a good night. Have a good. Best of luck with thingies. What are they called? Children. Babysitting. That's the word. It's kidnapping. Keeps getting stuck in my head. Nothing else that's piqued your interest to play. So more Littlewood. Yeah. Liverpool. The city of Liverpool. Trust you regarding the accent. I don't know why you would. Yes. Hopefully the child thingamabobs are well behaved. And a good afternoon and good night to you too, Kero. And to everybody else, also a good night. Again, Jeep stream tomorrow. Hangouts and Discord if you're there. And other things. I have finished the rough edit of the next highlight video. The Dead Island Part 2.
Best of luck with thingies. What are those called? Children.
Children? I thought you meant to add quite that. That's fine. We've got Hazel reading it. So now you can quote Hazel saying that. What was I saying? I was going to say a thing. Yes, I have finished the rough edit of the Part 2 highlights for... Part 2 of the highlights for Dead Island. I just need to draw silly doodles and wobble them around, and that's all that needs to be done. And drums as well. Drums need to be done, for obvious reasons. So, yes. Highlights, I know. Hopefully they're enjoyable. Yes. And then a video of, like, art or something, maybe. You never know. I used to do those. I reckon I still can if I tried. But for now, I hope we all have a lovely chill. I used to do art. Once upon a dream. Once upon a midnight weary. Dreary. Dreary, dreary. Yes. So yeah, maybe I'll get round to doing that video about hedgehogs. That could happen. Or I will draw Poirot. These are all ideas. I didn't just say that randomly. It means something. But until then, have a lovely, look after yourselves, get chocolate, and sleep. They're the only things you need. See you around, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.